Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit. I'm so glad you could join me, either live during the broadcast or watching the recording later. I'd like to welcome you to part 3 of our series of forms of Kali in the Kathmandu Valley of Nepal. And for part 3, we're going to honor Ma Dakshinkali, the Kali of the South. I'd like to start with a couple of quick announcements. So this coming Friday, we're also beginning a new series. It'll be on the 12 Kalis of a 1,000-year-old hymn called the Krama Stotram. And so we're going to be honoring one of the 12 Kalis for each installment, hopefully with a fire puja, indoor and outdoor if the weather permits. And for our first installment, we'll be honoring Srishti Kali, the Kali of creation. And then next Tuesday, a week from today, we'll be continuing this series. The fourth installment will be Mahakali, who is really the sum total of the 3 previous Kalis: Masveta Kali, the white Kali; Bhadra Kali, the benevolent Kali; and tonight, Dakshinkali, the Kali of the southern direction. And then 2 Fridays from now, we'll be doing our monthly Kriya Yoga satsang as well. So again, namaste and welcome. And let's go ahead and get started with Ma Dakshinkali. So I'm going to turn to the chapter in my book and share with you some of the lore behind Ma Dakshinkali, the wrathful protectress, the sister of Lord Yama, and the creation of time, Chamunda and Yama. The oldest spiritual text in the world, the Rig Veda, is the first of the 4 Vedic texts. Its name means praises of knowledge, and it may date back to at least 4,000 years ago. The text contains hymns to the oldest known of the Hindu deities. Among these early Vedic deities are Yama, the lord of death and the underworld, and his twin sister and consort, Yami, a form of Ma Chamunda. Yama and Yami were originally the first 2 mortal humans to be born in the world, and thus the progenitors of humanity. They were the children of Surya, the sun god, and his wife, the storm cloud goddess Saranyu, whose name means conscience. The original meaning of the names Yama and Yami were masculine and feminine twins. The words, however, came to mean the ones who restrain, implying the natural laws to which all living things are subject. Yama became known as Dharmaraja, the upholder of Dharma, correct purpose, while Yami later personified as Yamuna, one of the great river goddesses of India. In yogic subtle anatomy, the Yamuna River is identified with Ida Nadi, the feminine energy channel located on the left side of the body. The twins Yama and Yami were conceived and delivered from Saranyu's womb, and like the biblical Adam and Eve, they were born into a garden of earthly delights where time stood still. Here it was always daytime, and the season was always spring. Everything remained eternally young, and death did not yet exist. Yama and Yami lived together in harmony, and they grew into adulthood, and their love for one another deepened. Yami longed to become Yama's lover, and thus mother humanity, but Yama was reluctant to engage in a relationship deemed incestuous. In the 10th hymn of the Rig Veda, Yami says, "My desire for Yama overwhelms me, to lie with him in the same common couch. I will yield myself as a wife would to her husband. Yet let us hasten to unite like the two wheels of a wagon." To which Yama replied, "The sentinels of the gods, which wander around us, never stand still, never close their eyes. Associate yourself with someone other than me, and exert yourselves in union, like the two wheels of a wagon. The succeeding times will come when brothers and sisters will perform acts that are unmeet for kinsfolk. But not for me, O fair one. Seek another husband other than me, and make your arm a pillow for your consort." And Yami then said, "Is he a brother whose sister has no lord? Is she a sister when destruction comes? Overcome by love, these words I utter. Come near me, hold me in your close embrace." Yama responded by saying, "I will not entwine my arms around yours. They call it sin when one draws near his sister. Enjoy your pleasure with someone other than me, for your brother, auspicious one, has no desire." "Alas, Yama, you are weak," said Yami, "and you will find no trace of heart or spirit. Some other female will embrace you as the creeper clings to a tree." "Then find another to embrace you, Yami," replied Yama. "Let another enfold you, even as a creeper encircles a tree. Win his heart, and let him win your fancy, and he shall form with you a blessed alliance." The hymn at this point rather abruptly has no closing verses. Many interpret that omitted ending most likely had Yama succumbing to his twin's advances. After all, the human race exists today in great numbers. In embracing Yami and becoming her lover and husband, Yama would have experienced a full life involving marriage and fatherhood. He would have seen his children grow to maturity, marry, and have children of their own. At this point, the divine couple would have been the first to perceive time in a once timeless world. In another version of the story, Yami finds her husband Yama lying beneath a tree, as if he were asleep. She softly called his name and gently shook him, but Yama did not respond. She called louder and shook him even harder, but Yama still did not respond. Yama then noticed that Yama's body felt cold and he was not breathing. Yami then realized that Yama was no longer alive. He had become the first ever to die. Yami was heartbroken at this revelation, and she was overcome with grief. Her tears became the sacred river Yamuna, which inundated the earth. Because it was only daytime and never night, Yami's grief was also endless. The gods and goddesses assumed physical forms and tried to comfort Yami in her despair, but she was inconsolable, saying, "But Yama died today. He died today." After meeting in council, the gods finally realized that Yami's grief was eternal because she existed in an unending state of time. There was no such thing as yesterday, and there was also no tomorrow. To alleviate Yami's perpetual sorrow, the gods reasoned that they needed to bring equal intervals of day and night into being. For only then would today become yesterday and tomorrow truly begin. So the great Vedic gods of the earth and sky used their creative powers to bring night into existence by causing the sun to sink below the western horizon and later rise again above in the east. During the intervals of darkness, the moon and stars made their first appearance against a velvet black vault of sky, causing the earth's creatures to seek rest and to fall asleep. Among these creatures, Yami also slept for the first time. She awoke as the dawn sky was breaking with the awareness that Yama had died before the onset of night. And she said to herself, why, Yama must have died yesterday. And in the next sequence of dusk, dawn, and day had come to pass, she said, why, Yama died the day before yesterday. As time passed and the seasons began to manifest, Yami's grief slowly began to ease with the passage of time, for there were now intervals of darkness and sleep that divided her days, and oblivion came to vanquish the pain of her brother's death, as did her cherished memories of life altogether. And although her grief remained while her waking memories persisted, she also experienced the true nature of human existence, and she became wise through the acceptance of her sufferings. By being the first mortals to experience the full spectrum of human existence, Yama and Yami became deified and took their place among the gods and goddesses. Because Yama had been the first man ever to be born, he was also the first man ever to have died. And according to the Vedas, he was also the first human to uncover the secrets of life, death, and the cosmic laws that govern all existence. Through experiencing death as a portal to immortality, he attained the divine status of a god in his own right, becoming Lord of the Dead, and the auxiliary title of Dharma Raja, the King of Dharma, or righteousness. Yama rules over the underworld realm of Yamaloka, where the souls of the dead rest, and sometimes undergo penance for various karmic debts before once again taking birth. Yami became Ma Chamunda herself. In the collection of tantric goddesses known as the Ashtamatrika, the 8 little mothers, she is recognized as Lord Yama's consort. Yama personifies the function of Lord Shiva as the destroyer, and thus he is identified with Mahakala Bhairab, the great terrifying force of time. Shiva's wrathful aspect, likewise, Chamunda Kali, is recognized as the wrathful form of Parvati, who is Shiva's consort or Shakti. Bhairava and Chamunda, in this case also known as Bhairavi, dwell upon the cremation grounds. They convey the souls of the dead upon their path toward the next life, and they share their wisdom with those devotees who are willing to let go of their fears. Their direction of the wheel of the compass is the south. South of Kathmandu City is the temple of Dakshinkali, meaning Kali of the southern direction, Dakshin meaning south in this case, a form of the Divine Mother who is both destructive yet also protective of her children. It is said that the Dakshinkali temple was built after the goddess Kali herself appeared in the dream of a Malla king, a ruler in the 14th century. In his dream, the goddess appeared to the king naked, with black skin. In her multiple hands, she held a trident, a sword, a shield, and a severed head of a demon. She crouched in a birth-giving position upon the corpse of Lord Shiva, and her 2 remaining hands grasped a section of viscera taken from his abdomen, upon which she was feeding. The goddess commanded the king to build a temple dedicated to her in the very unknown and strange place at the bottom of a valley. In return for building the temple, she said his subjects would be protected from all disease and misfortune. Soon after the king's dream, another person living in the area reported that he had discovered a stone image of Kali in the same place where the goddess Kali commanded the king to build the temple. The image was then left open to the elements as she commanded, and over her head a gilded cover was erected with 4 golden serpents supporting it. In addition, images of Lord Ganesha, the 8 Ashtamatrikas, the 8 little mothers carved in stone, and a shrine to Lord Bhairab were placed in the inner sanctum along with her image. As Yama's consort, Yami, or Dakshinkali, is called upon for protection from disease, misfortune, and death. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, Kali's holy days associated with Mars and Saturn, respectively. Animals, especially cockerels and uncastrated male goats, are brought by devotees for sacrifice. They are slaughtered in the temple's inner sanctum and by quick decapitation, and their meat cooked and shared during family celebrations, such as weddings, success in business, or a child passing his or her grade 10 exams and becoming eligible for university. Jai Ma Dakshinkali. So I'm going to show you one of the illustrations from my book. This is the Dakshinkali temple itself. Again, an open courtyard. There's some tarps over the top to protect from the elements. And her stone image, covered by several garlands. And then I've got a backup camera going, so I'm going to show my backup camera, the same images. So, Dakshinkali temple. Let's try and get this in a little more light. Maybe here. There's Dakshinkali temple. And her stone image. And then I'm going to read a little bit more about Dakshinkali from this chapter. Dakshinkali is often pictured showing a balance between the benevolent and the destructive sides of her personality, with both feet upon Lord Shiva and assuming a squatting birth-giving posture. She is multi-armed with 2 hands grasping the viscera torn from her consort's abdomen, which she devours. The coiled viscera represents the rising Kundalini Shakti through the central Sushumna channel of the spine, which facilitates yogic enlightenment. It also signifies the complete surrender of the devotee to the divine. So here's a brass image showing Dakshinkali and the viscera from Lord Shiva's abdomen. And if you look really close, you'll notice in the abdomen there's this coiling, which represents, again, the coiled Kundalini Shakti. Can't really show it very well on this backup camera. And I'll say a little bit more in a moment about her symbolism and some of her different forms. In most spiritual paths, the more dynamic polarities are viewed as masculine and the more receptive energies as feminine. In some tantric approaches involving the goddess Kali, the roles are reversed. Kali takes the form of the more dominant role and Shiva the more passive. The goddess represents the laws which govern the universe, or Purusha, and the god Shiva embodies energy and matter under the influence of those laws, or Prakriti. Ma Dakshinkali exists as the most wrathful of the wrathful, yet she provides enlightenment to those who can let go of their fears, especially the ultimate fear, the fear of death itself. In truth, we are Lord Shiva, effectively dead, until we are touched by the energy of the divine Shakti, which enlivens us to our full potential. In Himalayan Buddhism, Yama is also called Vajrabhairava and is often pictured with the head of a buffalo, which is also Lord Yama's mount. The buffalo stands upon the body of a man. Yama holds both a katvanga, a skull-topped staff, and a section of rope which he uses to ensnare the souls of the dead. His penis is erect, and he is in a state of excitement. He is accompanied by his consort Chamunda, who offers him a drink from her kapala, the offering cup made from the top of a human skull. So I think this is the first image that I'll show you in detail. So this is Yama, also known as Yamantanka, and his consort, Ma Chamunda. And we can see the skull staff and the coil of rope. The coil of rope also represents the binding of ignorance. As Dharmaraja, Yama is also a great guru, a great teacher, just as death and change are often our best teachers. And there she's offering him the skull cup. They're surrounded by flames representing transformation and also consciousness. If we look below, we see his mount, the buffalo, standing over a nude man who's, unlike Shiva and a lot of Kali images, is still alive. And this represents the tantric idea that the sacred can be found even in the most taboo situations. So this is Yama and Yami. Again, they would be dwelling in the southern direction. And also show this to the backup video. So Yama, Yami, the skull staff, the rope, the skull cup. Yeah, Yami, or I should say Chamunda, is also holding a trident. And I'll say a little bit more about the trident. So in this more traditional image, some things that we see. So I already talked about Shiva and the viscera, but we see her holding the sword and the small head of a demon. So this is representing detachment from the ego. She is holding her hand in the fear not gesture, but behind that, we see her small shield. And so even in this form of the goddess that seems to be the destructor, we see the power of the preserver as well, just as in her squatting birth position. There's also she's also has a role in creation. And then another object that she's holding is the Kartika, the flaying blade, which also represents the cutting away from attachments. She has a necklace of skulls, representing that she takes our negative thoughts. The number again is 50, representing the letters of the Sanskrit alphabet, hence again a relation between the power of the word and the power of mantra. Around her crown, we see the 5 skulls representing the transforming of the 5 poisons: anger, desire, ignorance, jealousy, and pride, and transforming them into wisdom of Dharma, divine purpose, self-knowledge, wisdom of equality, wisdom of discernment, and all-encompassing wisdom. And I'm going to show this image again to the backup camera. So sword, flaying blade, small shield, and fear not gesture, the head. More typically, we see Dakshinkali when she is being shown in a work of art. Her image is carved in stone, and this is a small antique temple carving that I got from Kathmandu in 2010. So she's again on Shiva, holding the viscera. You can see the shield and the sword and the head of the demon. And then she's also holding a trident. So there's her trident. So the tridents, as we've said before, represent a number of triads in Hindu spirituality, the powers of creation, maintenance, and destruction, for one, the divine powers of will, knowledge, and action, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti, and also the three main energy channels of the body, Ida, Pingla, and Shushumna. We do sometimes see Chamunda along with Yama holding a Khatvanga or skull staff, which very often also has a trident on the top. But with the Khatvanga, there are three heads, one that's freshly cut, one in a state of decomposition, and the other which is skeletonized. And this represents the ability to have mastery over change rather than fear. So there's the three heads of the Khatvanga. So as we've done in the other two installments of this series, we're going to do a puja to Ma Dakshinkali. It's going to be a mini indoor fire puja. Be using a charcoal fire for that. And the mantra that we're going to use, very powerful one, Krim, 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 Hum, Hum, Rim, Rim, Dakshina Kalake. Krim, 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 Hum, Hum, Rim, Rim, Svaha. So this powerful mantra to Kali as Divine Mother, the bead syllable Hum is a powerful mantra associated with the element of fire. In using this mantra, we offer up to the Divine Mother the challenging aspects of ourselves for what they can, so that they may be transformed into something more beneficial. In addition, the purification and transformation, the Hum mantra, facilitates the awareness of the divine presence in all of us. For further, and then, and to know more about this particular mantra, look at book 2 of my Kali meditation series, which is all about using that mantra. For the other syllables, Krim, of course, is the syllable for Kali, Hrim for the Divine Mother in all of her aspects, and Sva is usually said when making the offering to the fire, and it represents the destruction of anything disharmonious. Dakshina Kalake. So the name is Dakshinkali in Kathmandu, meaning the south direction. But there is another form of Kali. This is the one you most typically see, called Dakshina Kali. And this is the giving Kali. And we recognize Dakshina Kali as that she is leading with her right foot on Lord Shiva. And so this is the Kali that we would call upon when we need things, when we're, for example, maybe to help get us over some difficult financial times, or for that matter, the boon of wisdom as well. When we look back again at this image, the Buddhist image, so we have Dakshinkali leading with the right foot. We have this other form that leads with the left foot, and this is called Varma Kali. Varma meaning left. And this is Kali in her truly destructive element. So this would be a type of Kali we might call upon to help us get rid of a bad habit, for example. So a lot can be learned by studying a murti, even by their asana, their position. So let's go ahead and begin our puja. I invite you to find a nice, comfortable seated position. I'm going to turn my backup camera so that it shows our altar. And the skull is actually inside the skull is a copper bowl that we're going to use for our fire source. Just need to make one more little adjustment on this camera. So if we end up using it, everyone can really see what's going on. There we go. So sit comfortably. I invite you to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Letting go of the concerns of the day, the concerns of yesterday, the concerns of tomorrow. And giving yourself this present moment in which to do this work. Focusing on your heart center. And again, thinking of some aspect of your life that is ready for a healing or transformation. And asking the help of the Divine Mother in helping to bring your needs to fruition. And if at this time you're letting go of some old pattern that is no longer useful, this puja to Ma Dakshinkali will be particularly effective. So I invite you now to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And we'll open our practice by singing the Bij mantra Krim 3 times. Inhale. Krim. And slowly open your eyes. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yashmare Pandarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah. Jai Ganesha. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Kailase Patona Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalani Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhutita Harani Jaya Sarvagati Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jema. Om Krim Kalike Namah. 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 Jai Ma Dakshinkali. Om Kapuragoram Karanavataram Samsara Saram Bhujgendra Haram Sada Santam Hridayara Vinde Bivam Bivani Saitam Namami Devi Prapanute Hare Prasida Prasida Matara Jagata Kilasya Prasida Vishvesvara Pe Vishvam Tvami Shora Devi Chachara Charasya Agni Jyotir Jyotiagnir Sva Agni Jyotir Jyotiagnir Sva Agni Jyotir Jyotiagnir Sva. So we begin our mantra recitation and fire offerings. Krim, 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 hum, hum, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 hum, hum, rim, rim, Sva. You're welcome to close your eyes and just meditate on the sound of the mantra, or if you want to join in with the chanting, you may do that as well. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Krim, 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 om, rim, rim, Sva. Cream, 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 rim, rim, Dakshinkali, cream, 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 rim, rim, sva. Cream, 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 rim, rim, Dakshinkali, cream, 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 rim, rim, sva. Cream, 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 rim, rim, Dakshinkali, cream, 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 rim, rim, sva. Cream, 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 rim, rim, Dakshinkali, cream, 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 rim, rim, sva. Cream, 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 rim, rim, Dakshinkali, cream, 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 rim, rim, sva. Cream, 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 rim, rim, Dakshinkali, cream, 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 rim, rim, sva. Cream, 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 rim, rim, Dakshinkali. Cream, 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 rim, rim, sva. Ma Dakshinkali. I invite you to meditate for a short while, feeling the power of the mantra. I invite you to guide those energies to the fulfillment of your needs, especially the removal of old patterns that are no longer useful to you. And then slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Om Sarvamangala Mangalye Shiva Svada Sadike Saranye Trambake Devi Naryane Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sana Vavatu Sana Bunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavid Vidyavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tatsat Om. Jai Ganesha. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Ma Devi. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Dakshinkali. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. And namaste. Blessings always. And thank you so very much for joining me. As always, I invite you to Email me at my channel with any questions or any feedback or thoughts. And I look forward to you joining me on Friday, where we'll honor Ma Dakshinkali, the Kali of creation. In the meantime, have a wonderful night. Jai Ma.